Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Friday, January 12th, 2024, and this is my pre-market report. All kinds of stuff to cover here this morning. Let's start off with this. It's pretty much everywhere right now. How many of you that follow this blog are at all surprised about what happened yesterday? I'm talking about U.S. military strikes on multiple targets in the Middle East. This is where we're going, people. It's so simple to know what's going to happen before it does when you realize who your enemy is and what they want. Now, with that said, let's move forward here. Here's a headline for you. Pay attention to the wording here because it's very, very interesting. And the same report I'm going to cover here is also being covered by every single mainstream propaganda ministry who seems to be going out of their way to convince you of one thing, that is who their enemy is or our enemy is and why we need to attack them. So here we go. United States and UK carry out massive strikes against Iran, there's the key, backed Houthis in Yemen. The United States and UK militaries launched strikes against multiple Houthi targets in Houthi-controlled areas of Yemen on Thursday. United States and coalition forces struck over 60 targets in 16 Iranian-backed Houthi militant locations. You and I have been covering this, I don't know for how long. I've told you, Iran is the goal. They must suck Iran in, and they're going to. Just wait till you see what's coming down the pike. So this is the part that's going to make you all warm and fuzzy. So this is our illustrious thing sitting behind the Resolute desk. Today, at my discretion, vomitous mass Biden, U.S. military troops together with the United Kingdom and with support from Australia, Bahrain, Canada, and the Netherlands, they're all on the same page, of course, successfully, of course, very successfully, conducted strikes against a number of targets in Yemen. Biden added, are you ready? Here's the key, part of the key, that he will not hesitate to direct further measures to protect our people and the free flow of international commerce as necessary. Look, people, as we have covered, this is 2024, the year of war. The year of expanding war, ballooning deficits. Speaking of that, hold on a minute here. Here's something else you might want to know. This is CNBC. Pay attention to this as well. Here's the headline. U.S. deficit tops $500 billion in the first quarter of the fiscal year. Deficit rising faster than any other time in history. Does that sound familiar to you? Because you and I have spoken about this before anybody else, of course. And, again, it's a no-brainer. The deficit has continued to pile up despite the Biden administration's assurance, that the Inflation Reduction Act, in addition to reducing prices, which obviously has not happened, would shave hundreds of billions off the deficit. Here we go again, an in-our-face, bold-faced lie where nobody is going to be held to account. Could you imagine? Imagine my shock, imagine your shock. See all this stuff here, people? This is the norm. This is where we are going moving forward, although much, 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 much worse as we move forward through this entire year. Now, on the back of multiple targets being attacked, 60 targets at least, yesterday here, crude oil is now over 3.5% higher. Gold this morning. Gold and silver are higher. Cryptocurrencies are flat. 10-year yield under 4%, as this is meant to do. Push more cash into the perceived safety of debt, and the dollar is higher. Let me ask you, how many of you feel like we are being lied to yet again, and this is just another mechanism to, push us all again into another major conflict? That's what they're doing here, okay? There's no way to verify anything that is going on here. It's the Houthis. You know it is because they're telling you. And it's Iran who's backing the whole thing. You know how that's true? Because they're telling you. I mean, it's unbelievable. The propaganda is off the Richter scale, as you and I have predicted would happen. And it's not going to stop. The lies, the distractions, the deceptions. All this really comes down to is yet another mechanism to pull cash into the now. None of this is true. Just so you understand, this is all a false flag from the get-go. Everything here. And if you again believe this is the end, you have no idea. They will do anything to push us all or get us to back another conflict. You remember after 9/11, all the American flags people were putting up in their yards and hanging on their houses as those that really run the entire show were laughing their asses off at all of us. That's what they're going to pull off again. Expect another 9/11 event to occur. That's what they will do. They will kill thousands, tens of thousands, and millions to make sure that the mechanism stays in place. And that means, again, what we have here, people, and you know this better than anybody else, this debt-based system is a curse upon the world. It is run by the central banks who control everything. The system demands that more debt be pulled into it, and no other mechanism on the planet, off the planet, or anywhere else you want to might look generates the need for more borrowed dollars pulled into the now from the future than war. And this is going to lead to a culling of the population of the world. And don't just take my word for it. We've been warned repeatedly by people a lot smarter than me about this kind of thing, and that is exactly where we are going. And look, as I outlined yesterday, we got to band together. Okay, there are a lot of people who even follow this blog who seem to be going out of their way and hope that people get hurt because they want to put their cash in this, because they want to do this, because they want to do that. Those people are going to get it the worst. Those people that are wishing evil or bad on others are going to get it back way worse than they can possibly imagine. I'm telling you, snap out of it, okay? It's all part of the divide and conquer mechanism. You've fallen through the trap door. If you've fallen through that trap door, it's not too late to get yourself out. But what we are seeing here is going to expand, is going to get a lot worse, and many, many more people are going to die. That's the truth. But again, keep in mind, the world economy today is collapsing. It is in free fall. Debts and deficits are hyper-ballooning. They're not going to stop. This is adding to the hyper-bubble in debt, which is the greatest threat to humankind, more so than war. Okay, because once the debt bubble bursts, we are going to run into a resource problem on a level people are not going to believe. It's going to be forced upon the world. Famine, out of control people who are going to do anything that they can to try to get some food into their bellies here, okay? A new system is being set up here by them, and it's not going to be in your best interest. I can promise you that. This is why I've been telling you we need each other. We got to back each other up, love each other, care about each other, be charitable. Without that, we're just completely done. You understand? They already have 99% of the world under their spell, under their control, and they're trying to get the rest of it. See, you and I, we are the resistance, as I've been telling you. If we can wake up more people, maybe we could change things. There's not enough of us. Look how many people follow this blog. Not that many, a couple 100,000. It's unbelievable. But if I were eating Tide Pods or licking toilet bowls, I'd have millions of followers. You see what's going on here? The distractions, the deceptions, the dumbing down of the public who have no idea what's going on. Focus on this. Focus on that. Don't you dare focus on our true enemy. Our true enemy is the central banks of the world. And if we could take these institutions down, which we can, people don't realize that we all hold the power to do it. We can win. It's the only way we can win. We cannot be free in any way, shape, or form if we have to live under the rulership of these institutions here who control everything. You understand? I hope you do. I really, really do. Anyway, no surprise to a person that follows this blog, but I'm here to tell you right here and now, you ain't seen nothing yet. This is just the begin. What are we, 12 days into 2024? War's already expanding. They're selling you another lie. Understand, they're selling you another lie, and people are going to fall for it, as they always do. Hook, line, and sinker. But more people have to die first. And I hope it's not you or any member of your family. Of course, I don't want that to be me either. All right. Anyway, look, people, I love all of you from the heart. We got to come together. We got to start loving each other, caring about each other legitimately. Without that, we are absolutely done. I really hope you understand that. All right, I will see all of you later, 4:05 p.m. Eastern for my live stream. Oh, by the way, the vast majority of you want me to keep things the way they are. In other words, my morning video and my post-market video, and I will keep that going for all of you. I put this up to a vote yesterday. Like 77% of you want me to keep the current format going, and I will. Okay, I said I would do what you say. And again, I feel a profound responsibility to all of you, all right, to give you cutting-edge information, actionable information. People, what's this going to do here? If we realize what's happening here, again, don't take my word for this, all right? We all know where this is going. Debts and deficits ballooning. All of this cash being pulled into the now. War, is going to create the need for more borrowed dollars, which again is massively inflationary. They can't allow you to know that. They're already setting the groundwork here. Oh, it's the Houthis are responsible for inflation because they're blocking the sea lanes. Meanwhile, if they wanted to, okay, they could set up convoys here. They could stop the so-called Houthis from attacking the shipping, which isn't even happening in my view. I don't believe any of it. I just think this is all just made up propaganda. And it's very simple to get people to believe it. I don't believe any of it. And I want to hear from you. Do you believe it? I'll see you later, all right, people? Love you a lot.